Hey guys, Snipes here, back again once again. Today, I have taken over Anthony's channel yet again.
At least that's what they want you to think. I am still in control.
Oh God, Anthony, I thought I got rid of you.
I know all, see all, hear all. So anyways, today we're going to be trying something a little bit different with our Ramble videos, which is in a podcast format called Ramblecast, and we'll see how it goes. So,
and hopefully someday soon we'll do it actually live.
Well, live we'll do in the near future because I have absolutely zero live streaming experience. So we'll look into that, whether or not we'll do. So we'll look into whether or not future episodes will be live streamed on Twitch or on the YouTube platform, since most of you guys are on the YouTube platform. So we'll see how that goes, and if there is interest in this podcast, we'll do some more episodes of it, and yeah, we'll see what's going on from there. So today we're just going to talk about movies, video games, entertainment in general, and just and some things we're excited about, things we're nostalgic about, things like that.
Well, I know one thing I'm excited about that just got recently announced. My favorite anime, One Piece, is getting a live-action movie.
Alright, now speaking of anime, you know, a lot of people think I'm like an expert in anime or I'm very into anime, but I had to keep on reminding people I've only watched 2 Japanese animated shows in my entire lifetime. So I wouldn't exactly consider myself an expert on Japanese animation, but
nope, that's my job.
Yes, but people know. Yes, but people go to me for some reason about anime. I don't know why. But however, I do plan on watching more anime in the future. But you know, for me,
I have a whole list for you.
Everyone has a list for me. Okay, Mr. G has a list for me. You have a list for me. Some people on my Momoko bus have a list for me. Everybody has a list for anime. But
oh, by the way, tell Mr. G I said hi. And
Mr. G, if you are watching this podcast, Riley says hi. Anyways,
did I tell you I saw Mr. G at an anime convention?
I think you did. So, and for those who don't know who Mr. G is, he's one of our favorite teachers, and there's a lot of inside jokes in our CAD modeling class. With voodoo magic and background bitmaps and all that good stuff.
So much voodoo magic.
Oh yeah. You never underestimate voodoo magic. You never do.
Except when it's not working.
No, voodoo magic always works. Never underestimate voodoo magic, okay? You never underestimate it, because when you underestimate it, it'll bite you in the end. Anyways, back to anime. Tell me a little bit about One Piece. I'm not very familiar with it.
It's about pirates.
Okay.
One sec, I'm gonna look up the synopsis of One Piece for you.
Alright, because it does sound familiar, but I haven't looked into it. I know I've heard One Piece before.
22 years ago, the Pirate King Gold D. Roger was executed. However, before his death, he revealed to everyone that his treasure, the One Piece, was hidden at the end of the Grand Line. This inspired the people to become pirates and sail towards the treasure, beginning the new age of pirates.
So basically, it's one big scavenger hunt for this One Piece.
Yeah, and they've had more episodes and movies than Dragon Ball Z.
So I'm guessing you'd never find this damn piece then. If it takes a whole bunch of series of movies to find this thing. So
12 years later, a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy dreamed of finding the One Piece, but he lost the ability to swim after eating a devil fruit, giving him the ability to stretch his body like rubber. He was given a straw hat by the pirate Shanks, who would later go on to become one of the 4 emperors of the sea.
Wait, is this 12 years of running time or 12 years in the story?
In the story.
In the story, okay. How long did the anime last? Or
it's still on.
Okay, how long has it been running? Put it that way.
I've lost track.
You lost track. Okay. Because it has to be at least under 10 years, I would think. I know the longest running animated show, if I recall correctly, is The Simpsons, which is running at 26 right now.
One sec. July 22nd, 1997.
Alright, so that actually would be over 10 years. That would be 21 years? If my math's correct? Yeah, 21 years. Hey, it's all enough to drink. But yeah, so that's actually quite a feat to have a show, in my opinion, to go past at least 5 years. Because to keep on having original content after 5 years, it's, for me,
they're
it's
based
almost
on
impossible.
manga, so...
I mean, for me, like, the only thing that really works for... The only show that really works for extended period of time would be Doctor Who. Because the plot of Doctor Who is so vague and flexible.
And we just lost all our viewers at the name of that word.
What?
At the name of... we just lost all our viewers at that word.
What, Doctor Who?
Yeah.
But still, you know, you have to think about it for a moment. The plot of Doctor Who is very flexible and very vague, that literally anything could work in that show, and it wouldn't seem too much off character. Now, it would be a very... For me, Doctor Who would be like a very hard but also very easy show to write, because there's a lot of creative freedom in making Doctor Who. You have different planets, you have different doctors.
Have you ever watched Doctor Who?
Huh?
Never mind.
I've watched Doctor Who, and yes, they have a varied amount of enemies to face. There's been many doctors with different personalities. You can legit get away with anything. Heck, the Doctor's gonna be a female now. But it works because... Which
I'm actually very excited to see, because I'd like to see where they go with that.
I just hope that they chose... crap, I'm forgetting her name. But, the person they did choose... You know, I hope they did choose it because they do genuinely think she would be a good successor, and not because they feel the need to have a woman as a doctor. That's my opinion. I do wish her all the success. You know, I do know that her first episode will be very big.
I just want to see Captain Jack Harkness meet the new Doctor.
Yeah. For me, honestly, the only thing I want to see is that I want to see her do well. And I will admit, when they gave a little teaser at the end, I believe it was a Christmas special, if I remember correctly, where you see her for the first time.
No, it was during the episode before that we got to see a teaser. And then during the Christmas special, we got to actually see her.
Well, yeah, there was a teaser beforehand, but she wasn't officially in an episode until the Christmas special, if I recall correctly.
Uh-huh.
So, excuse me. So with that said, for the female Doctor, when she made her first appearance in the Christmas special, first of all, I wasn't a big fan of the Christmas special, to be honest with you. I thought it was a bit underwhelming. I didn't like how William Hartnell was portrayed. You know, I think he was poorly written. I mean, the guy who played him sounded and looked exactly like William Hartnell. It was very uncanny.
It's Hartnell.
I always say Hartnell, okay? But anyways, William Hartnell, you know, the guy who was playing it just looked exactly like him. it was about as close as you can get. But he wasn't.
Well, it wasn't his twin brother, so.
What's that?
It wasn't his twin brother that time.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he was, because he was a spitting image. You have to admit, they did a really good job with making him look like the original Doctor. Oh man, why am I yelling so much? Jeez. But yeah, all in all, I'll look past the Christmas episode, even though I thought it was very disappointing, and I hope that the new Doctor, the female Doctor, does very well. And I am looking forward to see her first episode, see how she does. And honestly, if you go in the route I think she might go, they might only have her maybe for 1 to 2 seasons, then replace her. But if she does pull it off, then hey, I'll be willing to watch 5 seasons of it. But
I'd still like to see Captain Jack return for an episode with her.
Well, I know they're bringing back K9. I've heard they're bringing back K9.
Oh, why wouldn't they? It's K9.
Well, K9, if I remember correctly, he was with the 4th Doctor. Then he left with the 4th. He left during the 4th Doctor. Then he was brought back briefly during the Tennant era, and now he's coming back with the 13th Doctor. I believe? Yeah, this is number 13. But anyways, K9 I've heard will be coming back. I don't know about Captain Jack. It would be interesting, and I will say this though. I watched some of the classic Doctor Who episodes from the 60s, and I don't know why, but they're just hilarious to watch in their own way, because some of the plots for them are just, I don't know, it just feels like really cheesy, but it's just fun cheese. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, I find the classic episodes fun to watch because they look so, sometimes look really rushly done, and sometimes it's just really cheesy. Like in the attack of the Dalek invasion of Earth, which was the second appearance of the Daleks. It was a William Hartnell episode, and this crazy scientist guy who makes these smoke. What's that?
Wasn't that Davros?
No, that wasn't Davros. Alright, Davros is the leader of the Daleks. This was a human scientist. He was in a wheelchair. Okay, he wasn't in a Dalek. He wasn't in a Dalek. He was in a regular plain wheelchair. He had like a big beard, if I remember correctly. Wait, no, he didn't have a beard. That's someone else. Man, it's been a while since I saw it, but it was basically this crippled old guy in this, wheelchair, and he'll make smoke bombs, thinking it will destroy the Daleks, but they fail miserably. And yeah, and I don't know, I just thought that was funny because they trust this guy to make these bombs, but they kept on failing, and no one really does much with him. But if I remember correctly, I think he gets zapped by a Dalek later because he failed so much with his smoke bombs.
Probably did fail. Let's be honest. Probably did. Let's be honest here. Dogs kill everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was failing to begin with, but eventually I think Daleks was just like, okay, I'm gonna kill you now. Boom, and he just killed him because he had a very laughable attempt at trying to defeat the Daleks. Now, on the topic of Doctor Who, right, as you know, Doctor Who was originally going to be an educational series. Do you think that would have worked? Or, like, would you like to take a spin-off?
No.
No? I mean, I think a spin-off could work, but not as a main series thing.
I mean, they did. They do have a what's it called of it? So
A what?
A educational series of it.
Wait, do you already have an educational version of it?
Yes.
And I was not aware of it. Because I know there's one William Hartnell episode I have, and it was about the French Revolution, I believe. But, well, it wasn't really all that memorable, though. I forget a lot of what happens in it. Just William Hartnell running around, 1700s France, and that was pretty much about it. And then there was 2 of the episodes, since the footage was lost, they had to animate them, and BBC can't animate. I'm just going to tell you right now, the BBC can't animate well. For some reason, their Doctor Who animated shorts just look so ugly. I don't know why. What do you think?
I've been seeing things for a Doctor Who actual anime, and it actually looks pretty good.
You're talking about fan-made anime?
No, an actual anime.
Well, if it's
They're talking about
anime
making
style,
an anime of Doctor Who.
the style I saw was not anime style. It was like Total Drama Island style. It looked
but they're talking about making an anime of Doctor Who.
That could work. Well, first of all, depending on who you ask, it may not be true anime because it will probably be made in Britain, not in Japan. So, because the purists will say that anime is only animation from Japan. And anything else would be anime inspired. For me, it's all animation. Okay, I don't care if it's Japanese, American, British, French, I don't really care. As long as it's animation, it's animation. Because the process doesn't really change from country to country. But with that said, though, an anime-styled Doctor Who, I think, could work, but they need to ditch the style that they currently use because it's ugly. It honestly is. There's this one, I believe it was called Planet of the Daleks, I believe. It was a Patrick Thornton episode, and it looked ugly. Everyone was really rigid, and it was just... Ugh! I just could barely watch it. It was just so horribly done. I mean, sure, okay, they can animate better than me, because I don't know how to animate yet, but still, it was ugly animation. It really was. So I think if they're going to recreate these episodes, either recreate them with a new cast to mimic the old cast, or get a better animation team. Or if they could afford it, hire Disney. But I don't think they can afford that.
I mean, David Tennant's busy working on other things, so they can't really get him for it.
Well, Tennant might work something out because I think he still likes playing the Doctor, so I think he might.
I mean, he loves playing the Doctor.
Yeah, and he went back for all the specials and things like that. So I think they could work something out with Tennant because Tennant likes, Tennant likes his TARDIS. Okay, he just does. But.
I mean,
I know he's working on new stuff. He's working on DuckTales right now. He's playing Scrooge McDuck in DuckTales. No comment?
One second.
And now we wait for Riley to finish whatever the hell he's
doing. Wait, what'd you say?
And now we wait for whatever the hell Riley is doing.
No, what did you say? I missed it.
That's what I just said. I just said
before that.
I just said that twice.
Before that.
Oh, about David Tennant?
Yeah.
He's playing Scrooge McDuck on DuckTales. That's what he's working on right now, as far as I know.
He also plays a villain in the Marvel Universe, so...
From which movie?
TV show, actually. Jessica Jones. He plays Kilgrave.
I don't know. Okay, I don't watch the Marvel TV shows as much. I watch the DC ones more, and even then, it's mostly just Gotham. Of what I watch as far as the TV shows go. Because I don't know, the Marvel shows.
Let's
never
talk
really
about Gotham
me.
then.
All right. Well, with Gotham,
They're doing a long Halloween. They're doing a bunch of crazy comic book arcs this year.
Say that again?
They're doing a bunch of crazy comic book arcs this season.
Okay.
The long Halloween. Everything is coming, dude.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Also, we finally get to know who the real Joker in Gotham is.
Yeah. I mean, with the Joker, I do find it interesting that... I find it interesting that they're
apparently Jerome isn't the Joker.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though. The guy who played the Joker originally, I believe it was Jerome. It was the guy who had the circus. The guy who had the circus that played the Joker.
Yeah, Jerome.
Yeah. I don't know why not making him Joker. That actor was really good.
He is the perfect Joker. Who the hell are you gonna have play the Joker?
Like who? Like he has like a little bit of Michael. Why is his name slipping from my head?
I mean, even freaking, what's his name? Mark Hamill likes him as the Joker.
Yeah, he has a little bit of Mark Hamill, a little bit of Heath Ledger, a little bit of the A9 one of... Why is he slipping from my name? Jack Nicholson, him. He has like a little
I was about to say, you mean the guy who played the villain? No, he played Batman.
No, Jack Nicholson played the Joker. Michael Keaton played Batman.
Oh, wrong person.
I'm saying, like, the guy who was playing the Jerome the Joker, or Jerome Joker, I don't know. How are we going to refer to this guy? We'll just call him Jerome.
Let's just call him Jerome.
Yeah, we'll call him Jerome. The guy who played Jerome, right? He had a mix of all the best assets from previous Jokers, like Hamill's Joker, Ledger's Joker. It made a little bit of a hint of Nicholson's Joker. So it was a really well done Joker, and to say that he's not the true Joker, I think it was a bad move on DC's part. And
well, I'm willing to bet that it's just gonna be like some random person we haven't met yet.
But here's the thing, though, that guy, that actor portrayed him well. Very well.
Apparently we've already met Harley Quinn.
Quinn? I don't know if we met Quinn, unless I missed that episode. I know...
No, apparently we have,
I know
though,
Ivy we met.
We were supposed to meet her last season.
I mean, Ivy we met, and then there was that... those couple of episodes about the pig guy.
Professor Pig.
Yeah, Professor Pig. There were a couple episodes of that I thought was really well done.
I thought the Balloon Man was Professor Pig during the first season.
Yeah, I mean the Pigman episodes that they aired this year I thought was awesome. You know, those were really well done.
It's Professor Pig.
And it is good to see also that with Gotham, unlike the movies where they like to focus on Penguin, Joker, Catwoman, you know, just the main villains. With Gotham, they're bringing out much more obscure villains like Professor Pig. Even Ivy didn't get as much attention in the movies, and from what I've seen, at least in any good Batman movie.
Is turning into a good guy in the comics right now.
What's that?
Ivy's turning into a good guy in the comics, and so is the Joker.
You can't turn Joker into a good guy. Would that
He's
go
becoming
against
the White Knight of Gotham.
But wasn't Joker's whole thing is anarchy?
Yeah, but he's turned a new leaf, so is Harley.
And you're just accepting that wholeheartedly?
What?
Are you just accepting that wholeheartedly?
Oh, hell no. I'm just like, yeah, the Joker has something else up his sleeve.
That's... Either they're playing up to something, or DC's being an idiot.
Well, I think it's on a different... I don't think it's on Earth 1, so I don't think it's actually, like, part of the main story.
Here's the thing about Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 500,062. Okay.
Yeah, don't get me started on the different Earths.
Alright, the different Earth things, okay. Talk about cinematic universes on steroids. It's like, can you focus on one universe, not 10,000 universes? Here's the thing. Earth 2 I thought was an okay comic. I'm not sure if I finished it yet, but when I read it, I thought it was okay. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't know. I think you just focus on one universe, and that way you develop that universe and just make that universe more interesting. I'm not saying that DC doesn't have interesting characters. In fact, I think their characters are more interesting than Marvel's. But at the end of the day, if you're focusing on so many universes, you start losing track. And this will be a nice segue into about cinematic universes. So let's talk about cinematic universes. So I think Marvel is the one that really popularized the idea of cinematic universes, even though you can argue that Universal was the first to do it because they had, crossovers with the Universal monsters. But I think it was Marvel that really pushed the idea forward, and does making every studio that has a set of characters wants to do a multiverse or a shared cinematic universe. Because now look what DC's doing. DC has now Justice League movies, and Universal attempted a dark universe with their Universal monsters, but that bombed when The Mummy came out, and they didn't make a second or follow-up movie with the dark universe. However, I do know that a remake of Godzilla vs. King Kong is said to be in the works. I don't know if they're still working on it, but I have heard rumors, possible confirmations that that's working. It's been a while since I looked it up, so I'm not sure if they're still working on it or not. But that would be interesting to see if they actually remake King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Dude, it's already being filmed.
So they're filming it right now, or are they in post-production right now?
I honestly don't know.
Alright. I'll check the IMDb page afterwards to see what's going on with that. But that would be a movie I would go see, though. I think that might be a pretty good movie. However, they need to make Godzilla interesting, because lately Godzilla has been boring. At least the last one I saw was boring. It was the 2014
one. Have you seen the anime yet?
The anime? No. It's
actually really freaking good.
Alright, well, I'll check it out if I can. But the last one I saw was the 2014 movie. And that one put me to sleep in the theater when I watched it. Like, I legit fell asleep in the theater while watching that Godzilla movie. Because it was so boring. It was like 2 minutes of epicness in a 2-hour snorefest. So, yeah, if you guys think Godzilla 2014 is worth it, it's not. It really isn't. It has like one cool scene in it that doesn't even last that long. And
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
In passing, yeah. But
no, like really recently.
Yeah, I probably messaged you about it, about how boring Godzilla is, and if I am reiterating it, I should reiterate it because Godzilla 2014 is the most boring movie I've watched so far. Because it was the only movie I remember that put me to sleep in the middle of it, and it wasn't because it was late at night. It was because it was a boring movie.
There are a lot of boring movies.
Oh yeah, there's boring movies, bad movies, good movies, cringy movies. There's a whole spectrum of movies. Now, as far as movies go, let's see. For movies that are coming out, I am excited for Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider looks really good.
Isn't that coming out like this week?
I believe so. I believe it's coming out this week. And yeah, it looks good. And
I want to see Ready Player One.
Ready Player One does look good.
I'm currently reading the book.
Oh, it's an adaptation?
Yeah.
Ah.
From what I've read of the book, it looks a lot like how the book is.
Alright, so you think this would be one of the few adaptations that's actually faithful to the source material?
Yep.
In fact, speaking of adaptations, let's talk about something I think you'll hate talking about. Anime adaptations.
Oh, I've been waiting for this conversation for ages.
So, now, I haven't watched them yet, but Dragon Ball Evolution and Death Note I've heard were very horrible adaptations.
You haven't seen Dragon Ball Evolution yet.
I don't have the DVD, and I've heard it sucked.
I do. Next time I'm over, I'm making you watch it.
Okay, then who knows? We can do a riff of it while we're watching it. Maybe, I don't know. But then again, I don't know.
Works for me.
But here's the thing: I don't know. I need to look in the legalities of a riff because I know some content creators get away with riffs, but I'm not entirely sure how you would get away with it though. We may not even do a riff because that actually seems a bit too risky. The more I think about it, but I know, like with old cartoons from the 20s and 30s, people have done riffs on and have no problem with.
I'm sorry, I'm looking something up as we talk.
Okay. Yeah. But what about the Death Note one? Have you seen the Death Note one?
No, I have not gotten around to watching it yet.
Okay. Have you seen Death Note, the show itself?
Sucks.
What's that?
All I know is it sucks.
But I've heard the show itself is ingenious.
Yeah, the show is pretty good.
I've heard really good things about the show, and honestly, when I heard about the plot of Death Note, it felt like something out of the Twilight Zone. It felt like they took an episode of the Twilight Zone, or like a rejected pitch of the Twilight Zone, and made a whole show based off that one pitch. Because think about it. I can just think about Rod Serling just opening an episode of Twilight Zone and be like, here is a journal. A journal that will write you
Batman just became Bruce Wayne. Did you watch a new episode of Bruce Wayne just became full-on Batman. Did you watch a new episode of Gotham?
What?
He got scratched by Ivy.
Yes, I know that.
He just became full-on Bruce Wayne. No, full-on Batman.
Well, he can't be Batman yet, because I've heard there was some...
No, he just became full-on Batman.
No, there was a shadow Batman in the background at the end of the episode, but from what I've heard, the people who are making a show has contracts with Warner Brothers that they can't turn him into Batman yet because apparently it will conflict with the movies or something like that. Basically, Warner Brothers is getting a very little creative freedom as far as turning him into Batman. Just like how same thing with Smallville. All right, Clark Kent legally could not turn into Superman until the last episode because Warner Brothers was very strict about having Clark Kent become Superman in Smallville. So the writers in Smallville, just like the writers in Gotham, had to find workarounds to make the show still work and still be believable and entertaining while not having Superman or Batman in the picture.
Well, they had everybody else, so...
Oh yeah, they have everybody else because, Warner Brothers says, okay, fine, you can have everybody else, but you can't have Batman. You just cannot. Wait until your final episode, then you can have Batman.
They didn't, though. They never introduced Batman.
No, what they did is they have a Batman shadow in the background of their last episode. So I thought they showed a batarang or something. No, there was a figure and then when Batman was done talking, I forgot what he said. He was like, Ash.
Did you hear that the CW shows are crossing over with Smallville?
Smallville's over. Smallville ended.
Oh no, it's coming back.
When did you hear this? First of all,
when they confirmed that the Flash and the rest of the Arrowverse is crossing over with Smallville.
Well, will that mean does Smallville play a small part in the Flash? You said.
Apparently we're getting Superman
or Arrow. Green. I'm getting my.
The Arrowverse, meaning Flash, Supergirl, Green Arrow, Black Lightning, everything.
All right, so those guys are going to be in Smallville.
Smallville's going to be on their shows.
All right, so it's just going to be a supporting.
We're getting what's his name, Superman.
The original actor?
No, the guy from Smallville.
Yeah, the original actor who's in Smallville.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a smart choice. And the other thing too, with from the sounds of it, oh man, why am I yelling so much? Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. So with Smallville, from the sounds of it, it would just be just kind of like a B story or just like a side story, something like that. Like it wouldn't be on the forefront on the other shows. It would just be acknowledged that it exists and maybe have Superman help out from time to time. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, probably.
And well, that works out. With DC, here's the thing. DC, at their best, is better than Marvel. But the problem is, they're kind of like a toss-up. Sometimes they make something amazing, and sometimes they just fall flat on their face. That's how I feel with DC. It's like they either do something amazing or they fall flat on their face when it comes to their cinematic adventures. Like you have Batman 89, Superman 78, Justice League, Wonder Woman. These really well done. Well, some people say Justice League wasn't all that great. I personally enjoyed it. But Wonder Woman, Batman 89, Dark Knight Rises were really well done superhero movies. Then you have your Batman and Robins and the Schumacher trilogy of Batman. Then you have Superman 4 and Man of Steel, and it's just all of those movies just fall flat on its face. It really did. So hopefully, yeah, I hope DC does continue to do well because it looks like they're going back on the right track. With Wonder Woman was done really well, and Justice League was done really well. So I'm excited to see the next DC movie because honestly, I think DC is getting back on the right track. still there, Riley?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so let's end this with some video games. About some video games that are coming up that we're excited about. For me, it would be Age of Empires 4 and Smash Brothers 5.
Mine would be Kingdom Hearts 3, Black Ops 4, which has got confirmed, and Call of Cthulhu.
Okay. All right. So with that said, for me, I'm a big Age of Empires fan, and me and my buddy Andrew, we play Age of Empires all the time, and we're excited for the 4th installment. But you know what my problem is with the 4th installment? There's no information about it. They released a trailer months ago. I think maybe even a year ago at this point. I lost track. But they released a trailer a long time ago for Age of Empires 4, and no mention of it ever again. The only thing that they talk about is the remake of the first game, which is called Age of Empires Definitive Edition, and every Age of Empires update has to do with Definitive Edition, not Age of Empires 4. So it's like, you release a trailer for this new game, why not tell people about this new game? Why are you telling people about a remake of your old game? It's just like, I don't know.
Let's just wait till E3, bro.
Hopefully Microsoft Studios has something by E3. I don't know if they will, but if they
or
do,
Comic-Con at least, or PAX. Probably PAX.
Even then, I think they'll just promote Definitive Edition. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they're going to focus on Age of Empires 4. All they've been focusing on is
probably not ready yet.
Then why would you release a trailer if you don't have?
Look at Kingdom Hearts 3. They announced it 10 years ago, 13 years ago actually.
But okay. First of all, if it released that long ago, I think what might have happened was it got canceled, and then revived from popular demand.
Oh no, they never even canceled it. They just didn't do shit for 13 years.
Okay, that does make Microsoft Studios look like a saint now. If you say a game and then your audience is like, so what have you been doing for the past 13 years? I was definitely not watching.
Oh, they've been working on Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. I never got into Final Fantasy. I got into Age of Empires. I never got around to.
By the way, viewers, don't take my word for it on the Square Enix thing. I'm just stating my opinion on them.
Yeah. Okay. If you haven't figured out already, this entire podcast is pretty much opinions. So if you don't like that, then you might not want to tune in for any future episodes, because it's going to be opinions about movies and games and whatever else.
We might have special guests.
Well, maybe if we can get any, but wait, more friends to it in future Ramblecasts, but we'll see.
I have a few lined up.
And we'll see how it turns out. I actually asked my friend Andrew, who some of you might know from my really old videos of the Minecraft Let's Plays that I never speak of because I'm not really that proud of them. But if there's a topic that he's interested in, I'll ask if he wants to do it. And yeah, so
dude, my phone's gonna die soon. We gotta end it.
Alright, well, since Riley's phone's dying and we don't really have much else to talk about, this will be.
We'll figure out something for next week.
Alright, if you guys like this, we'll make a new episode next week. This is pretty much what's it's gonna be.
If we get 30 likes, we will make it a weekly series.
Don't do that. Alright, no. Alright, that's the one thing I never want to do it.
Kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Be like, okay, guys, we need to hit like 5 million likes by the end of the day so I can feel good about myself. And if you hit subscribe,
kidding.
I'll feel even better and stroke my ego even more. It's like, I don't know why YouTubers are always asking people to subscribe and like.
I said I'm kidding.
I know you're kidding, but honestly, I always found that annoying. Almost every YouTuber does it. I personally find it annoying, which is why I never ask it. So, anyways, that was episode 1 of Ramblecast, and we will see you guys next week, possibly. So, see you around.
See you next time.